Your group plays with ngoni, but since Dunon guitar is taking ngoni's place in Mali, how did you shift over to entirely using ngoni? I did it because ngoni was here for a long time. Since before Jesus Christ was alive, ngoni was here in Mali. Between now and then, a lot of time has passed. And all that time, ngoni was here in Mali. That time was a long time. So our elders said it to the poor people, the fighters, the courageous men, the rich men. Ngoni, I see, is getting lost now because when the guitar came, those who knew how to play ngoni rejected it and picked up guitar because they can add elements to it, such as pedals. They like playing it. The sound played was nice to hear. So they all started to reject ngoni, and that's why I also created a band and made it all ngoni playing so that the kids can come back and play. Because if they don't come back, it will be lost forever. If things stay this way, ngoni will be lost. I made this. I did Segu Blues. That worked out for me. They made me the best artist in the world. And with my album, I got the best album in the world. And with that, I say, Alhamdulillah. All of the children left guitar and came back to playing ngoni again. Especially now, ngoni playing increased a lot. Before, it had decreased a significant amount. But if it wasn't for me, it would have continued decreasing. The children had left it and gone their way. Even the people in my generation, they let go of ngoni and shifted to guitar playing. But now they all came back to playing ngoni. Thank God. I want to build a school that'll have these instruments: ngoni, soku, balafon, all the instruments that are being forgotten and lost, bringing them all back so that children can learn to play them. I want to start that project now, to build a school and create an info center to teach people. Now, if I didn't do ngoni, by now ngoni would be lost. The guitar had more popularity. The places I go to now, the host place, weddings, etc., all of it is guitar. When I ask people about the ngoni, they'll say the ngoni is not played often. They say in guitar instead. I mean, people play guitar because it's enjoyable, but the janjigis in general are djelis. They're artists. Djelis can play ngoni. Artists and zikri singers are favorable because they aren't expensive and they don't have to play ngoni. They can play guitar. They can't play ngoni because if you're not a djeli, normally you shouldn't know how to play it. If it isn't for modern days, only djelis play ngoni. So if you see those people in those places, they could be players, but they're not djelis. But if they are djelis, they can play ngoni or is playing balani. So if it's said that at weddings and other events there's ngoni, is it without a doubt that there will be a djeli there too? Here in Mali, it's without a doubt. Other people can do it too, but djelis are the main ones. When you see a ngoni in anybody's hands here, you say djeli thank you and they'll greet you back. You can see anyone with a guitar but not with ngoni. If you see it with anyone, they're a djeli because the djelis play it here. In my opinion, there's a benefit in Mali to learning how to play because in a lot of places people can play. There are weddings, celebrations, there's also group work. In all of it, which one do you like the most? Well, in all of these, it's all the djeli's work. Weddings, celebrations, all that goes into those. All that goes into baby naming ceremonies. All that goes into even group work. All of it, it's the djeli job. But now, since artistry is here, at first, if you played and put people's praise in it, it meant you were a djeli. If you weren't a djeli and you weren't meant to do that, it's not good. But now, when white people arrived and brought the word artist, people started doing it. And that's why there's a lot of singers. Because before there weren't a lot. And if you're not a djeli, you could still sing, but you wouldn't sing and include people's names in it. You would sing to maybe like the birds, the trees, the water, or anything else. But to say that you would praise people's names, it wasn't possible if you're not a djeli. The horons are now praising each other's names and taking each other's money. They're doing the djeli's work as well. And that's not supposed to happen. It's not the law. The law is that only djelis can say others' names. The horon, when they sing, they are not to mention others' names. But now they're all djelis. Because once you praise someone's name, you become a djeli. Normally it's like that. Where if you sing on something else. There were people, we called them kono. They were big singers here. They weren't djelis, they were horon. We called them kono. They sing to the djelis and they sing to other things too. They sing to water, events, but they don't sing other people's names. If you sing someone's name and you're not supposed to, you're a horon and they're also a horon, and both of you can't say each other's names and take each other's money. That means you became that person's djeli. They wouldn't do that at first, but now they do. It's like there are a lot of differences. What I told you just now happened for the purpose of like finding money. We forgot about dignity. We're only looking for money now. Once you can gain money from it, everyone started to do it. It's not supposed to do that. The dignity you have, I have as well. I'm not supposed to go put praise on your name and give you money. That's the djeli's job, not the horon. But now there's no dignity. What's the solution that you want to come out of all of this? The solution there is that djelis have started to sit down and take a look at the horons. They see that they're singing each other's names and taking each other's money. They're saying all of this. If you are doing the djeli's job in their place, they'll sit and watch you do so. The solution is to let it happen. Wait for the world to change. When the world changes, whatever can make money then, people will start to pursue that instead. The solution we found is the word artist. The word artist, you can base yourself under it and you can praise your other horons. They'll give you money and you can support your family. But we can't say they're djelis. No, they are. Once you sing someone's name and they give you money for it, you've become their djeli. Once you praise their name, they gave you money for it and you took it, you become their djeli. Whoever you went to and pleaded to and they gave you money, like for example, I came to your house, I'm poor, spare me some money. I give you money. But for you to go sing to me and say my name and praise it, and I give you money, then you're my djeli. That's it. We're all the same. So now the solution is that we generalize it as artists. Because when something happens for a long time and you say you want to target it, it's going to become an offense and it will stay that way. Once you sing someone's name and they give you money for it, you become their djeli. That person's djeli is you. Because that's all there is to djelia. They are allowed to sing the names of horons. They are allowed to tell the stories of one's last name and get something from it. That's how society was made. But if you came from your horon's place and became part of the djelis by singing to the rest of the horons with their names in it, you are now a djeli. And you don't leave it. If you'd like, you can sing and not be a djeli, but you just don't sing other people's names. You sing without saying their names. You sing for peace or like for love, etc., etc. Those are acceptable. But as soon as you sing someone's name and they give you money, you are their djeli. That's the law. For those who don't really understand music playing in Mali, because there are a lot of types of music. What you just said now, praising someone is part of certain types of songs. Yeah, it happens in a lot of music. No one can go to a wedding to sing and not praise someone's name. Weddings are Jelly's work. If you see someone else going and they're doing Jelly's work, if you're doing the Jelly's work, then what are you? If they do the Jelly's work, you went to the Holland's place, they gave you a signed paper, you praised their names, they gave you money, you are a Jelly. That's all there is to it. But you can go to a celebration and perform without saying anyone's name and without praising them. That can happen. They'll pay you, you play music for them. But once you sing their names and they give you money, you're their Jeli. You can try and find a way out of it, but there isn't. Are there any songs that don't praise someone's name? There are a lot of songs like that. I told you that there were big singers here in Mali. They were horons, Bambara singers. They sang for kings. We called them kono. You see, there were some here like Tara Boare and more. They didn't sing people's names. They would sing about other events. Those are kono. If you come out of that and start praising people and getting their money, you are a jeli. Otherwise, there are many singers that sing without mentioning people's names. I speak Bambara a little bit. Sometimes it's not that clear to me about which songs praise people and which don't. I can't really tell the difference in a lot of areas. If I go to a wedding now and praise someone, that's okay. If I give meaning to their name and they give me money, it's okay because it's my dad's ethnic group. It's my dignity. But for example, if we take a singer, I don't know which singer I'll use, Salif Keita. He is famous. He is notable. He is a horon. If he came and praised my people, it's unacceptable. If Salif came now, I can praise his name and get that money. But if Salif praised someone else and they give him money, that's not okay. It will happen. It can happen, but you just become a jeli. So what I think about is Super Jetta Band's song Yakuba. It's praising someone's name, right? It's at least mentioning someone's name. I don't know if it's praising though. Super Jetta Band, Zani Jabate. But he's a jeli. He can do it. He's a jeli. Even if he himself isn't singing the song. Well, because he's a jeli, yes. If he writes a song and gives it to someone in the group and says, sing to this person, that's acceptable. But that other person that's being sung to just can't sing to another person. It happens, but you're not supposed to. If you aren't supposed to and you do it anyways, people will say you aren't. But you can still do it no problem. But that's just you becoming a jeli. If you praise someone and they give you money, can you give their child to yours in marriage? No. If you give your child to your jeli's child in marriage, that's difficult. So really, it shouldn't happen. But it occurs today. We do it just to get money. Those that do it don't even know the meaning. There are a lot of children today. They play music, they like music, etc. But they don't know the dignity of it. The dignity is ruined. People don't understand it anymore. If it's right or wrong, it doesn't matter because money is being made. There are people who aren't nothing without Jeli's work. All their work is Jeli work? No, there's people who are, hold on, but nothing will get done if it wasn't for their Jelis. The Jelis carry out their affairs. They are people with dignity, and they don't want anything unless it's their duty. Those type of hold on exist. There's also those who will play music and just go about their business. There's a lot of those. They don't need dignity. They don't need the name behind me, whether they can say my name or not, whether they know my ownership or not, if they know my dad, my mom, my grandpa, my grandma, or whoever. It's not their business. Just play music, dance, and go about their day. The next question I have, the Mali musicians I've talked to, many of them told me that their dad didn't want them to become musicians. In my research, it seems that your dad did want you to become a musician, but you didn't want to. Is that true? It's true. My dad wanted me to be a musician, but I like playing soccer. I did not like music. My dad told me even if I don't do music, I have to at least learn it and become like a guardian for the ngoni, to guard it and make sure it doesn't get lost. That's part of my dad's ethnic group. He did it, my granddad did it, they all did it. They all played ngoni and passed it on to their children. But I like soccer. I didn't really like the ngoni. Those who told you that their dad didn't want them to play, it must be because they aren't truly supposed to do it. The way society was made, the djelis are here, storytellers are here, shoemakers are here. Blacksmiths are here as well. Blacksmiths' jobs in society, they made guns, they make knives, they make bullets, and they make other weaponry. And people would take them and go to war with them. That's what the blacksmith's job was. The djelis, they play music and they're like journalists and pay attention to people. Those who want to offer their son, those who want to fight, those who are courageous men, those who aren't scared of anything. The djelis pay attention to all of that. They'll tell that to your children, your grandchildren. So if they tell them, your grandpa fought this fight, he conquered this town, etc., etc., do they have to become a singer? Do the children then have to become singers? That's why some people don't want their children to become singers, because everyone has their own job. The blacksmiths had their job. The shoemaker's job was to make saddles for horses and the reins and make fitted shoes to give to the horongs to use in battle. And to make sheaths for their knives. That was all their job. So society was made that way. So now if you leave from your society, for example, you're a blacksmith and you came to make leather, that's you becoming a shoemaker. If you're a shoemaker and you come to play ngoni, that's you becoming a djeli. Our ancestors made society like this where everyone has their job. Horons, they go out and they fight. They are the courageous men and all that. The djelis praise their names. The blacksmiths give them armor. The shoemakers, they give them gear and shoes and all of that, all of those things. Now that we are out of that, everyone is a singer. If you do a little bit of it and start earning from it, then you continue doing it. It's not supposed to be this way. The way things were before is not the same anymore. It became a thing of searching for money. No one is looking out for dignity anymore. If you earn money off of anything, then they'll continue doing whatever it is. In your opinion, where is the artist's place? Their place is the djeli's place now. Their place before We would refer to them as kono. That was when artistry hadn't arrived yet. We call them kono. Like Tara Buare and others, we would call them kono. They would sing without praising people. They can sing and people like their songs. That was the artist's place. Now, those who came and added on to this artistry are no longer kono. They are djeli, but like djeli artists. They are djelis because they are doing djeli's work. When you do djeli's work, the way society was made, if you leave, you go into another. If you go into one, you become part of that one. It was made that way so that you stay in your own group. People in associations stay in their place, caste of people stay in theirs. If you leave your association and you come to the caste of people, you become part of them, and the same is vice versa. Society was made that way so everyone stays with their group. Everyone does their job the right way. Everyone takes their work seriously. I also heard a story that your dad didn't want other people to take his sound and save it. Is it true? It's true, he didn't want that. He didn't want people to take his sound because he said when you die, the angels will hit you. He didn't want that. He really knew how to play ngoni, but people got it anyway. They saved his music they have a lot of his cassettes. But he didn't want the people from the radio station in our city, they went to him, but he rejected. He said it's okay, he's good. He said that angels will hit you when you die, and he didn't want that. But he used to play ngoni for people, and people would save it. And there's a lot of cassettes, but he just didn't want to go on the radio stations. So were you learning how to play mostly from him, or were you just inspired by him to start playing? He gave me my first ngoni. He helped me with my first song. That was Maki. He helped me with that. After that, he helped me with the rest. But I didn't want to be helped with ngoni. There were a lot of school kids in our house, like maybe 20 or 10 to 15. They were all learning to play ngoni at our house. He taught them. When he taught them, it was probably like in the morning and the evening they would have class. In the morning when they had class, I wouldn't come on time. In the evening, I would go to play soccer. I didn't want to go to class. But when I came back, I would see what they were doing and then go play soccer. And then when I came in the evening, I would play the same thing, even though no one taught me. I kept it in my mind. So my dad saw that. I didn't want to play. Instead, I'm going to play soccer. He got mad at me. And then at night when I came back, he came to my room. And the lesson he gave to everyone else, he saw that I'm doing it myself. The lights would be off. I would turn off all the lights and play. That's what I like to do. He came and stood by the door and didn't say anything. He saw what I was playing. They just played today. Now that I'm doing it and it wasn't too hard, he sees that's happening. He called me. I talked to him. He asked me who was with me, and I said I was alone. He told me to turn on the lights. I used a match to light a lamp, and he said, if I was to play ngoni, don't play in the dark. Turn on the lights, and don't play in the dark. He said, ngoni came from demons, and they like its sound. So if you play it, they come and listen to it. So if there's a noise and you get scared, it can be that your mind is playing games on you. When people get scared, they don't have the same spirit. So like when you're scared, it's like different. But if the light is on, the demons won't come bother you. That's the only thing he said to me, and then he left. And I continued. He didn't tell me that again, and to go to class, he didn't tell me again either. He told my mom that no one can force Bassekou to play ngoni. We have to leave him be. The day will come where he will be a famous person, a popular musician, and everyone will know his name. But we can't tell him that he certainly has to do it. Let's leave him. If the day comes, well, it'll come. If it doesn't, it doesn't. He told my mom and not me. I didn't know until after he passed when my mom told me. He didn't force me to do it. After that, I would just go and play my soccer, and then when I came back. That's what really interests me, the fact that he didn't say it to you directly, but he told your mom. He told my mom, and when he died, my mom told me. She told me when I was already getting popular, my album Segu Blue was already out, and it became best album in the world, and that's when she told me. That's a miracle because if you were told, nobody knew if that would change your destiny. That's true. I wasn't told that. He just closed the door. He had come to scold me because I didn't come to class and went to play soccer instead. But he came and saw that whatever they were doing, because there were some people, they couldn't understand it. There was one person, Morimo. Man, he didn't understand anything. Him and Wow, one of our uncle's sons, they had a hard time. They would go sit and the same lesson was given to everyone. If you say you'll just pick up lessons all the time, it was hard. So I said I couldn't do it. Because it's not that one person can go ahead of everyone else. Everyone had to be on the same page. So I said there's no benefit to this. I would go about my business, and when I came back, I would play. I would just listen to what they played and then left. When I came back in the evening, I would play it myself without a problem. That's when everyone was asleep. So he came at night and wanted to reprimand me why everyone else comes to learn and I don't come. He came and saw that the lessons they were doing, I was doing already. That's why he didn't yell at me after. I just left the lamp and he closed the door and left. And when he left, he went and told my mom that we can't force it on Bassekou. That's what my mom said. If you sit and watch Bassekou, he wanders around for nothing. There's no benefit to playing soccer. What even is it? My mom told him that. And she said, if you sit and watch him, what is he going to do with that? And then he saw that I'm able to play ngoni. And that's when he said not to force me and to leave me alone. If the day comes that he comes around, then that's it. If he doesn't, that's it. But what I'll tell you, remember this. The day will come that he's going to be a big musician and the whole world will know his name. When my mom told me all of this is when my album Segu Blue was best album in the world. And I was the best artist in the world. My dad passed since 1984. May Allah have pity on him. My mom told me this in 2008-ish. So since that happened, you spent some time in Segu, then came to Bamako, right? I was in Segu and came to Bamako in 84 or 85. Tumani and I met in 87 and started working together. My first time in the US, to come from Kara and go to Segu and then come to Bamako, playing in Kara and Segu and coming to Bamako, was there a lot of difference between them? Well, it was always that us and the djelis would do djeli fall together. Us and the women djeli, we would do djeli fall together. I worked with a lot of djeli muso. If I said everyone, it would be a lot. We started in Segu with the Segu djeli muso, and then we came to Bamako and worked with the Bamako djeli muso. Me and Tubani met in 87 and we started working together. And then in 89, that was my first time going to Europe. 1989, yeah. I went to play in Dranouter. There's a festival in one of Belgium's villages called Dranouter Festival. of Dranouter, and I went to play there. The director name was Marni. So me and Tumani played there, and then in 1990 I went to the United States. That's when Americans wanted to know where banjo came from, and they invited a lot of people to go. And so I went and played in Tennessee. That happened in 1990. And that's how like my career started. Me and Tumani would work together, and we did 9 CDs. And that's when my career started, and I did my disc and did all the work with Ngoni. Yeah. And that's how I got to where I am now. Yeah, thank God. So that's how I got here. There's a festival that was created in our city, Garana Festival International de Do. So we do it every year. I was watching some clips with Madu on the clips from the Garana Festival. And the animation that Abdul made in our city in San Francisco, Afro Quiz, that's when I was in town. That was really nice. I remember that. Yeah, that was also good, but the budget was a lot. It was expensive. It couldn't keep going. Well, I really enjoyed this. Thank you. You too. Thank you so much. No, I miss America now. I want to go on tour, but no one's taking any tickets now. Even if you make a concert, no, everyone's scared to take a ticket because of the whole virus. It tired us out. May God save us. But coronavirus is not even in Mali. But why isn't it here? Why is it severe in Europe but not here, you know? But you know, our people, we get scared easily. We get scared. There's a lot of things to get scared of. But it's true that you guys are used to a lot of things here that we're not used to yet. Because here there's a lot of microbes, there's a lot of those. But, you know, with the white people, there's not too many. So when one happens, everyone panics. But here, we're all used to it. Some Bamana people will call it those come and go viruses. If it comes, it'll just go. It doesn't really affect. Even if you catch it and then it'll go and you don't even realize it. Fear mongering happens a lot. Because your people, they get scared, but we don't get scared. If you die today, then you die. If you don't die, then you die. That's how we are. You die. Everyone dies. So really, it's important not to just give yourself a bad situation, put yourself in jail, stuff like that. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. I'm very sorry for my English. It's
No, don't worry
bad.
about it.
Okay.
Next time we'll work on it.
Yes.
Yeah.
See, next time I speak beautiful English.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Today, big problem for my English.
No.
For a long time, is not go from the États-Unis.
Yeah.
See, next time,
Yeah.
no problem. I speak beautiful English for you.
That would be good.
Okay.
Does your manager speak English?
Yes.
Your manager
Yes,
speaks
man,
English?
Yes. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Thanks so much.
I know your friend too, Lucy Duran.
Ah,
I know her a little bit also.
Wow, Lucy.
Yeah.
She's my sister.
Yeah.
Lucy excellent is beautiful.
Yeah.
Lucy dear is beautiful.
Yeah.
No England. Lucy is from Africa.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's grace to
C'est à
Lucy
cause de Lucy.
that Malian music has become popular because she collaborated with a lot of people, me, Tumani, Ali Faraka Touré. She helped a lot of people. Even with today, it's her. She makes things happen. She did a lot for Malian music. So we have to tell her thank you.
Thank you, Lucy. Thanks so much.
Thank you, Lucy.
Thanks so much.
Yeah.
This is only from African music mother.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, the mother of African music. I like that.
Merci beaucoup.
Okay.
Ouais.
Okay, cool.
Hey, what's up, everyone? Eric from Orchestra Gold here. I do hope you're enjoying this conversation as much as we enjoyed putting it together. If you'd like to support, a great way to do that is to sign up for the Vault. The Vault is our members-only platform. It's got all of our best content, all the videos, all the music, all the wacky psychedelic clips that we do. Everything's in there. You can sign up for as little as $5 a month. So get it now. Hope you're doing well. Take care. Sending my best.
African bloom. That's an angular fakari animal. Para ser bom, na segunda do Nigéria. Oi. African blues. Ça s'appelle le blues américain, le blues from Africa. You like African blues?
Yes.
Yes.
Always.